Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann forced to leave home. Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann of the Real Housewives of Atlanta fame have made quite a few headlines following their separation, including various financial issues. Recently, news has come out that the two have been forced to leave their Atlanta mansion. At one point, United States Marshals had to get involved after the couple lost their estate to foreclosure. Kroy and Kim were first married in 2011. Kim and Kroy share 4 children together, with Kim having 2 daughters from a previous marriage, Ariana and Brielle, who Kroy adopted. However, after 11 years of marriage, Kroy filed for divorce in May 2023. After initially withdrawing the following month, Kroy refiled for divorce the following August. Many fans were introduced to Kim and Kroy after they appeared in the Bravo series, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. In addition, Kim and Kroy appeared in the spin-off, Don't Be Tardy, which ran for 8 seasons. According to the U.S. Sun, the former couple were recently made to leave their Atlanta home. Reportedly, the estate's new owners began the process of legally removing the two on December 12, 2024. The two were ultimately ejected from their former home in April. After facing foreclosure several times over the years, the house was sold off at auction back in December. According to an initial filing, the new owners claimed the pair holds the premises over and beyond the term for which they rented to them. By late December, Kroy and Kim were served papers for the proceeding against a tenant holding over. After several filings were ignored by Kim and Kroy, U.S. Marshals had to step in to remove the pair from the home in early April 2025. According to filings, 4 deputy marshals arrived at the home around 3:30 p.m., and the pair were gone by 6:45 p.m. Reportedly, the marshal's office checked the box that claimed the original occupants were officially ejected from the estate. As previously reported, Kim's daughter, Ariana Biermann, has talked about the couple's financial issues on the new Bravo show, Next Gen NYC. As she said during a confessional, "I have been on TV since I was 5 years old. I did reality television with my family and then I started posting on Instagram. I got my first brand deal when I was 14. Ariana continued, "I was doing like 3 posts a week and you get paid astronomical to do a story or to do an Instagram post, and I made quite a bit of money. But unfortunately, my parents took my money." Noting she learned the money was gone 2 years ago, she added, "I don't even know how much money I made over the time period." Have you been following this story? Did you watch Kim and Kroy on their shows? Did you see Ariana Biermann on Next Gen NYC? Make sure you come back to T for all the latest reality TV and celebrity news. What happens next remains unclear. There are murmurs of comeback opportunities, podcasts, book deals, even reality show reboots. If there's one thing Kim Zolciak knows, it's how to stay relevant. But reinvention is harder when it comes on the heels of public downfall. And what of the children, Brielle, Ariana, and the 4 younger ones? They've grown up in front of cameras, in luxury, and now face a dramatic pivot to something less defined. Their innocence, once protected behind mansion gates, is now wrapped up in adult complications, custody disputes, court orders, and the instability of a shattered family dynamic. For all the glitz and chaos, it's easy to forget that real people exist beyond the headlines. Kim and Kroy may have invited cameras into their lives, but no one signs up for this kind of ending. Forced evictions are not just financial transactions, they're emotional earthquakes. Leaving behind a home where children took their first steps, celebrated birthdays, and decorated Christmas trees is no small grief. And yet, there's a strange dignity in it, too. Life has a way of stripping us down to the essentials when ego, wealth, and illusion fall away. In leaving that mansion, they're walking into something real, even if it's uncertain. Sometimes, the only way forward is through. So as the sun sets over Alpharetta, and the once idyllic Zolciak Biermann estate stands a little emptier, it's not just a chapter ending, it's a mirror held up to modern fame, reminding us that the brightest stars often burn out the fastest. And that behind every curated Instagram post is a life far more complicated and far more human than we ever imagine. In a story more dramatic than a Bravo season finale, reality TV royalty Kim Zolciak and her estranged husband, former NFL star Kroy Biermann, have reportedly been forced to vacate their lavish Georgia estate, marking yet another turbulent chapter in their roller coaster relationship. The Grand Mansion, once the backdrop for the couple's high-flying lifestyle and their spin-off show Don't Be Tardy, now stands as a hollow echo of their former glam-filled life. It's hard to believe that just a few years ago, the Zolciak Biermann home was a fortress of affluence, with Versus wallpaper, a crystal chandelier in the foyer, and more wigs than a Broadway costume closet. Kim, always one to flaunt designer heels and red Solo cups with equal pride, had turned the 7-bedroom, 11-bathroom estate into a shrine of Southern luxury. But beneath the shimmering surface, financial cracks were forming, and now, the house has officially slipped through their perfectly manicured fingers. Sources close to the couple confirm that financial troubles have plagued them for years, despite their televised claims of living within their means. In early 2023, the couple narrowly avoided foreclosure after reports surfaced that the property was scheduled for public auction. Kroy had filed multiple legal documents to block the sale, but the walls were closing in fast, figuratively and now literally. After months of fighting off creditors, legal threats, and marital disputes played out in public view, the day finally came when the couple had to pack up their designer luggage and leave the mansion behind. According to insiders, the departure was far from graceful. There were arguments over who would take what: furniture, framed family photos, even Kim's infamous wig collection. Kroy reportedly refused to leave until the last moving truck had rolled out, determined to oversee every detail, as if he could still control a situation that had spiraled far beyond his grasp. For fans who followed the pair since Kim's early Real Housewives of Atlanta days, the news comes as a shocking but not entirely surprising twist. Kim, once a breakout Bravo star with a no-nonsense mouth and a dream of being the next big country singer, had built a mini empire with her family at its center. Kroy, the soft-spoken athlete with a protective streak, was her knight in NFL armor. Their love story, complete with televised weddings and co-parenting of 6 children, seemed too picturesque to falter. But in the end, money, and maybe ego, got the best of them. Reports claim the couple racked up hundreds of thousands in unpaid taxes, defaulted on multiple loans, and lived a lifestyle their reality paychecks couldn't maintain once the cameras stopped rolling. At one point, Kroy accused Kim of gambling away vast sums of money, while Kim alleged she was controlling and manipulative. The accusations flew fast, and so did the legal paperwork. Divorce filings, custody battles, and attempts to sell off assets. Still, there's something deeply human about this fall from grace. Fans aren't just rubbernecking at a celebrity car crash. They're watching the slow unraveling of a once-beloved family that, for better or worse, let the world into their private lives. It's easy to forget that behind the filters and fame are real people trying to navigate heartbreak, financial ruin, and the collapse of a marriage in full view of millions. Kim, always one to bounce back with a vengeance, hasn't said much publicly since the move. Her Instagram, usually a glittering montage of selfies and beauty ads, has been quiet in recent weeks, perhaps signaling a much-needed retreat from the spotlight. Or maybe she's plotting her next chapter, whether it's another reality show, a memoir, or a new line of skincare products designed to survive financial meltdowns. Kroy, on the other hand, has reportedly been focusing on the children and trying to establish a more grounded existence. Sources say he's determined to provide stability amid the chaos, even if that means trading in mansion life for something more modest. Once a linebacker used to tackling on the field, he's now tackling life's curveballs one court date at a time. Their story is far from over. Whether this move signals the beginning of a new chapter or the final unraveling of a shared dream, only time will tell. But for now, the Zolciak Biermann mansion stands empty, a silent monument to the highs and lows of fame, fortune, and love lost in the glare of the public eye. As one moving truck rumbled down the driveway and another reality TV era came to a close, it was hard not to feel a strange mix of sympathy and intrigue. After all, who among us hasn't had to face the music when the fantasy fades? For Kim and Kroy, the next steps may be less glamorous, but perhaps, in their own way, more real than ever before.